Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
It's Robert Costanzo, Costanzo.
And your date of birth, please. Where do you work?
Pembroke Fire Department.
And how long have you been a Pembroke firefighter?
I've been there since 2011. I've been with Pembroke since 2011, and I started in EMS in 2006.
And have you done all the training and certification required to be a paramedic?
Yes.
I want to direct your attention to January 24th, 2023. At some point after 6 p.m. that day, was there a call put out by Duxbury Fire Department for mutual aid?
Yes.
And being members of the Pembroke Fire Department, did you respond to that request for mutual aid? Did you respond to the area of 47 Summer Street?
Yes, we did.
And approximately how long did it take you to get there?
Between 5 and 8 minutes.
What did you see?
There were multiple pieces of equipment, other ambulances, police cars.
When you arrived, were you directed to the backyard? And did you see a patient there in the backyard?
She was on the ground with a Duxbury firefighter. She was already C-spined on a long board with a collar. She was unresponsive but breathing on the ground.
And did you learn her name was Lindsay Clancy?
Yes.
And when you say she was already on a board with a C-spine, what type of equipment are we talking about?
So it's just a long flat board that we use to secure people when there's possible spinal injury, and she already had the collar on her neck. They had already started treatment prior to our arrival, so they had her all secured to the long backboard with the collar applied.
And did you notice anything about her wrists at that time? Did you see anything on her neck area?
She had some superficial lacerations that we could see around the collar. There was no active bleeding that I could see, so we just left it alone.
So there was, even with the collar, there was nothing, no blood flowing out of the collar or pooling around her or anything like that?
Correct.
Was she breathing?
She was.
Was she responsive?
No.
Was she making any noise at all?
She was moaning and groaning, but no words, no verbal response. I was the tech in charge, so we did as much of an assessment as we could without removing her from the board to look for any further injuries. Other than the injuries that the Duxbury Fire Department had already found, we didn't find any further injuries. And then we continued with treatment, vital signs and such. You're either assisting the medic that's in charge or you're the medic in charge. Okay. So I was the medic in charge, my partner Dan Smith.
Who was driving the ambulance, if you recall?
It was our deputy chief, Jim Shea, Shore Hospital.
While you're, well, let me ask you, how long approximately did it take you to get from 47 Summer Street in Duxbury to South Shore Hospital?
It's typically from Pembroke, it would be about 15 minutes.
Okay. And while you're in that transport, in the back of the ambulance, after you've done this examination of Lindsay Clancy to see if there are any other injuries, what do you do next?
So we would start treatment. So we started putting 2 IVs as a precaution and any other treatment that was needed. So we noticed that her pupils were constricted and she was unresponsive. We gave 2 milligrams of Narcan and she seemed to become a little bit more agitated, trying to grab, reaching out with her arms, but no verbal communication. She never fully woke up.
And have you given Narcan to individuals in the past in your role as a paramedic?
Yes, I have.
What is the typical reaction when you give a patient Narcan?
It depends on the drug that they took or the amount of drugs that they took, but depending on what they take, their respirations will go up, their pupils will get a little bigger, sometimes they fully wake up. And
so they would often wake up when given Narcan?
We're trained to use it for opioid overdoses, so heroin, fentanyl, other drugs like that.
Okay. And does Narcan typically work on benzodiazepine?
We are not trained to use it for anything other than opioids.
Okay. And when you gave Lindsay Clancy the Narcan, she did not wake up, correct?
No.
Did you provide any other care to Lindsay Clancy on the way to the hospital?
Just continued to monitor her vitals and make sure there was no decline.
And once you arrived at the hospital, did you transfer her care to the hospital staff?
So you're not trained in Narcan on benzodiazepine?
We don't give it for benzodiazepines.
Right. And in any event, when you gave Narcan to the body that was laying on the ground, and she had already been wrapped up on her wrist, right?
That's correct.
Already been wrapped up, had the thing on the neck to prevent the head from moving, right?
There were no bandages that I could see because
Just
the
the neck
collar
thing?
blocks. Yeah, so there was no active bleeding. Her wrists were already bandaged, so we don't take the bandages off after they're on.
Okay. Narcan administered to Lindsay Clancy on the ground, yes?
In the ambulance, but yes.
And there was no reaction. It didn't have any effect on her, right?
She appeared to become a little bit more, she started like reaching and grabbing a little bit more than she was before.
That's consistent as well with a person who's had a head injury, right?
Could be.
Yeah. So in any event, the Narcan that you're trained would be dealing with opioids, right? Now, did you know, sir, at all that she suffered a burst fracture of a cervical spine? T5 through T6, T4, 6, 7, 8, all exploded, fractured. Did you know that?
No.
Did you know that there was hemorrhaging into her body, that she fractured every rib in her body?
No.
It was pretty dark out there, wasn't it?
It was.
Did you obviously administer aid to her, or did you also have like a flashlight on your head?
She was already packaged. She was already on the longboard and everything, so we picked her up, put her on the stretcher, and moved out of the backyard into the ambulance.
So how long did you handle, if you will, her while she was laying there?
On scene, we were only on scene for, I think it was 7 minutes, I think, total on scene from the time that we...
Chaotic?
Yes.
And it was dark in the backyard, right?
Yes.
There was no exterior lighting, nothing on the house that was lit up like spotlights or anything, right?
That's correct.
No flashlights, right?
No.
And you scrutinized a hole in the thing that goes around the neck when someone has a head injury, especially a cervical injury, thoracic injuries. You scrutinized a hole that noted that there was a superficial wound to her neck.
That's all we could see through the side of the collar.
Who's we?
Me and my partner.
You said there's a hole in that, and the thing that goes around the neck.
Yeah, there's holes in the collar that you can see through.
Right, and you were scrutinizing. You were looking through it, right?
Yeah.
You just told the jury you saw
Yes.
superficial cut of the neck, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did your partner look through the hole as well? You've talked about your testimony with the district attorneys in the past, haven't you?
Yes.
One of the things that they asked you is whether or not we're superficial. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And other than looking through the little hole in the thing around her neck in the dark, you didn't see her neck after that was removed, did you?
No.
And other than looking through the little hole in the thing around her neck in the dark, you didn't see her neck after that was removed, did you?
No.
That's all you have.
Como, redirect.
Sir, after the 7 minutes that you were in the dark backyard, you were then in an ambulance for 18 minutes with the patient, correct?
That's correct.
And there's lighting in the ambulance, correct?
There is.
And during those 18 minutes in the well-lit ambulance, did you ever see blood seeping through the bandages on her wrists?
No.
During those 18 minutes in the well-lit ambulance, did you ever see blood pooling around her neck or flowing from the neck?
No.
Thank you.
All right. Anything further? No. Okay. Thank you, sir. You may sit down. Thank you.
In this gripping courtroom testimony, a veteran paramedic recounts the desperate efforts to save Lindsay Clancy after arriving at the scene. As prosecutors and defense attorneys challenge every detail of his observations and medical treatment, the testimony reveals crucial moments that could shape the outcome of this high-profile murder trial.